This is the situation end of the fourth term on the Eastern Front. Germany seems to have, well, they've definitely slowed down the Soviet offensive against Army Group Centre. It's sort of grinding to a halt now. But this has been at the cost of a couple of breakthroughs in the sort of Ukrainian area here. Two Russian breakthroughs which are sort of partially contained, and also the situation in Romania is looking a bit dodgy. Now, the reason this has occurred rather than what happened historically is because I know that the offensive against Army Group Centre is their main effort, so I've sort of trundled as many units as I can by strategic movement and by rail into Army Group Centre area, but I've weakened the other areas more than they would have done historically. That's just because history, I've got an advantage and I know what happened historically, and how this game is and it's set up reflects that. One other thing about this game, and this is going to be controversial, and I'm sure some people are going to make a comment about it in the comment section for the video, is I really do not like this support chit system. It's really, really fiddly. It's like card-driven war games, which I hate, except it's even worse in the fact that you haven't got cards, clearly visible cards. You've got to go and look up all these things here. And I wouldn't be so bad if they only had one function and it happened pretty much always in your attack phase. But it's not like that. Things can have multiple functions. They can happen in different phases. They can happen in your turn, the opposing turn. It's really, really annoying me. To such an extent, I'm tempted. Well, I'm going to abandon it largely and just use them for rebuilding armoured units, or for putting Soviet infantry units into their enhanced state. I'm going to keep the ones like aircraft and artillery, but a lot of and some of the important ones that you have to do, but a lot of them I'm just gonna sacrifice them for economic points, or construction points, etc. So the next thing we do is that we're off to the Western Front for the Cobra offensive. See, on Victory, on Liberty Roads, I don't think the support markers are that bad, because it's a smaller game. There's less to be aware of. You know, like with the Soviets, you could be theoretically sitting here with 24 support markers in storage, and maybe quite a few active at the same time. And the Germans could have probably 8 or 9 in storage or active. And remembering what each one does is, it's doing my head in, I'm afraid. So anyway, back to the Liberty Roads. There's, as I said, I don't think it's going to be as bad there, particularly Liberty Roads. The Americans have only got 2 support markers to support Cobra. I don't want to abandon this game. I really like the game, but the chit pull system is annoying me.